everyone, Lexi here and welcome to Train Insane, a video series that will teach you how to fly your FPV drone and how to exceed your peers in doing so. And today we're going to be talking about power loops / corkscrews, depending where you are. It's called differently, unfortunately, for racing only. This is racing only video, and next week we're going to have the freestyle version of a power loop. So if you are here for the power loop only, either subscribe so you will not miss out on this. If it's already up, check it in the cards and in the description down below. This is gonna be two different videos just because it makes no sense doing it otherwise. So today we're gonna just be talking racing. This is the situation, and I think it's kind of like better structured if I do it this way. Anyway, if you think that it's true, leave me a comment down below. Now that this is off the table, we can go further. If you are not familiar with anything that's on your screen right now, feel free to pause it. This is how I'm saving time. Thank you very much for the sponsors of today's video, Turbo, FPV24, Tattoo, and smaller sponsors that you see on your screen right now. And thank you very much, Bonerfpv, for helping me out with creating all of those tracks for us to train on. This is it. This is all the things that I wanted to say. Now, let's get to racing. So before we get into this obstacle, just so you know, we're going to be using all of the axes of your drone. It's going to be roll and yaw, a little bit of pitch just to kind of get the direction of the drone, as well as a little bit of throttle. Be sure to look at my stick inputs while I'm doing things, and you may notice what is the key of this movement. And yeah, I mean, let's get to it, right? In this track, we're going to be doing power loops to the right and to the left, so you can have a better training, whatever is happening to you in real life experience, real life racing. So we're all good. And before we start, be sure to follow our monthly calendar, which is delivered directly to your inbox every single month. A link to sign up to it is down below in the description box and in a pinned comment. And if you need more detailed tutorials and need more information about FPV in general, I would highly suggest to you joining FPV Academy, and I'm going to also link it down below. I think this is all that I wanted to say, and now let's get to your favorite part, which is the levels. So let's start with the beginner pilots. If you are a beginner pilot, you will probably look more or less like this, just kind of trying to go through the things and not being sure, doing overcorrections a lot, especially in the roll axis, and just kind of being like jerky in here, and mostly just going through the gate, turning around, somehow going through. Or the second way is that you kind of know that you need to go up, but you are unsure of what to do, or you go a little bit too high, or you use it from the freestyle point of view and then you do something like this. We will talk about freestyle power loops in some time, so yeah. And this is the only mean thing in this track, which is this tree. You may hit it a lot, and this is going to be easy. Now, with those levels, I'm actually aiming into showing you how your flight may look like if you are on a certain level. So be sure that you are recording your screen while you are training yourself, so we can compare those things, just have it one by one and be like, oh, that looks like me. So this is how I need to train. Now, if you are an intermediate pilot, there's also 3 ways of kind of approaching this obstacle. One, it's just being jerky and going kind of around the thing. Some of the movements will be a little bit better, so you will be like, oh, kind of going through. Some of your movements may be already pretty perfect or pretty close to perfect. And also there may be still people who will try to do it the freestyle way, which is like, okay, by maybe hitting a lot of stuff. Now, this may look a little bit faster and it's a little bit jerky. There's, again, a lot of overcorrection, especially in the roll axis, but it is what it is. Now, if you are an advanced pilot, you will probably be able to do a couple of them in a pretty perfect way, which is generally just holding it as a one movement. And as you can see here, I'm actually using some throttle control in here. I'm doing everything as close to those gates as humanly possible. Some of them are really smooth. Not all of them will be, of course, during the training, especially when I'm talking a lot, but we will get to it. Now, look at the timings. The difference is immense, isn't it? It is. Okay, so let's go through all of the levels and what each one of them needs to be training for the purpose of getting much better, because this is what we are doing here and this is what we want to do. Am I actually recording this? Yes, I am. Oof. I was close because I was like, did I click it? Okay. If you are above 45 seconds per this track, you are probably around a beginner level. And that means that what I want you to train is the basic movement of doing the power loop / corkscrew. I'm going to be referring to it as power loop throughout the entire time because it's just easier for me. So I want you to train the movement. You want to use roll, yaw, pitch, and a little bit of throttle. Before you hit the ground, when you are above the gate, I want you to just get the throttle down just for a millisecond. So if you see it here in the slow motion, I'm getting this throttle out just for a split second, just to get better control over the quads and to make physics work in my favor. This is what we want to do. Physics should be working in our favor. And also what I want you to do is to try to, again, preposition yourself towards the gate. You don't want to go through the gate and then turn around and then through the gate again. You already know you're gonna be going through this next gate, so why wouldn't you preposition yourself to get into it, okay? Now, if you are below 45 seconds but above 32 seconds, you are probably around the intermediate level. And I would like you to, one, record your screen and check if you are doing too jerky of a movement. If you are touching the walls of your controller with your stuff, your inputs shouldn't be like this, okay? We want inputs to be like within 50–70% of the gimbals. No touching walls. No. That's number one. And two, I would like you to also train the basic movement. If you are approaching the obstacle the freestyle way, it's absolutely okay. I've seen some pilots that are able to do it pretty close to those gates. You can train it, you can get much closer to it. It's absolutely okay, but just try to get closer to an obstacle. Try to not go too far, too high over, too far away from it, and just try to stay within those gates as close as humanly possible. Now, if you are below 32 seconds, you are already doing a great job. Congratulations. But I want you to still train the basic movement and to try to do your best to be able to do 3 gates at once within holding the sticks when it goes to yaw and roll, especially because it is absolutely possible to do the entire movement without really moving your sticks much more than just taking away some of the throttle in the meantime or adding a little bit of throttle throughout the thing. It's basically a really tiny movement, and what I mean by this is like literally like this. So you cannot really see that much of a movement. It's still kinda there and it makes huge difference. Now, the more you're going to be flying, the better you're gonna be getting because you will know how your drone reacts to certain movements, certain locations and things like this. You know what I'm saying, right? So let me just show you how it's supposed to look like without talking. This is all that I had for you regarding the power loops for racing, and you have probably noticed, if you have been following the Train Insane series for a while, that the beginner racing track actually has a power loop as an obstacle. So after this video, be sure to go back to the beginner track, and I'm gonna link it down below and somewhere here in the cards so we can just easily access it. And let me know in the comments if your time got much better after training those power loops and getting to know how to actually do them properly, because this is something that really interests me. I need this data, please provide, so I can make better tutorials for you. Thank you very much for watching, and if you want to support this project, we do have a Patreon that gives you a Discord access. It starts at €2 a month, which is less than buying me a cup of tea or coffee so I can record and talk and not die. Oh, my voice cannot die. That would be nice, right? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up to help me make algorithm extremely happy. And don't forget to share it with your friends who are either starting to learn FPV or want to start training to get better. This is actually helpful a lot. New video for Train Insane series is coming up every Saturday, so be sure that you are subscribed so you will not miss out on that. And I guess I'm gonna see you next week. Stay awesome, fam. Bye.